Hey guys, Jota here. Now in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about something which I don't have gameplay of because, let's face it, I'm not this, I'm not this kind of player. But basically, it involves stuff like the Panther, it involves stuff like the Jumbo. Now you probably guessed already from the title, but it's grey zone camping. Now, if you don't know what grey zone camping is when you basically, well, first off, I need to explain what the grey zone is. The grey zone is essentially this kind of like I'll say it's kind of like a pulsy area around the edge of the map. Now, if you go onto any map, it doesn't matter which map, you'll have a grey zone. Now, the only map I think doesn't have that big of a grey zone is CeeLo Heights, which has a mild grey zone. But it's not it's not like, for example, something like Moat has this huge grey zone at one area, which basically covers half the map. But yeah. So why is it so important? Why is grey zone camping so hated? Well, basically, it's really only a major problem in Normandy and Berlin. It's not really a problem in Tunisia. Like, it can be a problem in later game Tunisia and later game Moscow, when you get stuff like the Crusaders, like the Panzer III, I believe it is. Yeah, Panzer IIIJ, the Panzer IV, and the T-70, I believe. I don't know what the oh no, the T-50. I meant, not the T-70. And it probably would become more probably be a bit more dickish later along the line. So why is this so hated? Well, we'll start with looking at the tanks that are mostly used to this, which is mostly the Panther and the Jumbo are the main offenders of this. But you'll probably see this in what's it? in Berlin with the Su-85, the IS-1. I've seen it happen with the Firefly. I've seen it happen with Tigers, with Jagdpanzer 4s. So really, it's mostly the most tank people worry about is the Jumbo and the Panther, which are the main infamous vehicles for this. Now, why is this so annoying is because really there's no real way to dislodge these tanks if they're grey zoned. Because a Panther, for example, the only thing that can take it out is either an M10. If it's in the grey zone, the only thing that can take it out is an M10, a Firefly, or a P-47. Right? And that's just crazy, right? Because, so D-Day is probably the worst example of this, worst map for this, because there's so many just positions you can really piss people off on. You can go up on like the hills here. You can go in like the different potholes. Versamer had the exact same problem, but there's the Axis and the Allies both have unique situations where it's hard to hit their tanks, and you have to either make suicide runs in, or you have to use a plane to take them out. And that's the main problem with these, is that you need to do that in order to take it out. Now, I don't think the Axis, for example, there's not really many things they can use to take out. Like, unless they're firing from above, they're maybe using a Stug or a Panther will take out the Jumbo. Obviously, Jumbos, they're not they're not invincible. But when you compare it to what the Axis have, compared to what the Allies have, like the Allies, they actually have a lot more that can dislodge grey zone campers, because the M10s are really good. It's a perfect answer to grey zone camping. So is the Firefly. But the Axis don't actually have anything like this, which it's a bit sad really for the Axis. But yeah, like the way I think most people have put forward to get rid of grey zone, like, I don't know how to get rid of it though, because expanding the grey zone would actually be worse, because if you push the grey zone back, because you're going to be ending up, the grey zone's there to prevent spawn camping. So, and prevent people from literally driving forward and spawn camping. So, it's kind of stupid, really, in my opinion, if, I think it's kind of a bit stupid, that the grey zone exists in the annoying vacuum that it does. But that's the problem with it. Like, there's not really a solution to it. I mean, I know the P47 is a perfect counter to it because it will take out of... Because these HVARs take out jumbo... not jumbos. Can take out basically anything. But if the Axis, you know, if there's a jumbo grey camper, which was the big thing for the longest time, they couldn't really do anything about it. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has just been my, like, look at the grey zone. Really, I don't think there's much of a problem. There's nothing they can really do, because the problem with it is that you'll just get rid of... You know, you're just going to make another problem, which is spawn camping. Now, I know some maps do have spawn camping, like Train Station, but this would exacerbate the problem even more, which I think's a bit on the worst side. Anyways, that's just been my thoughts on the grey zone. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave some thoughts on what you think on the grey zone, and I'll see you guys in the next video.